listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Let's go over predictions. Devils Blues today, matinee game. I like the fact Nico Dawes is in net, so I'm going to say 3-2 Devils.
Oh, okay. 3-2
And
Devils.
Jack, you.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I got that one right.
Wow. Wow.
This is Devils After Dark, the Happy Devils recap, where Sam Wu screws up the tracks for that intro, but saves it in the end because the Devils win 3-2 over the St. Louis Blues. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network as Dougie Hamilton scores the game winner in overtime. It's Nico Dawes' first win in overtime of his NHL career, I think. I mean, he's only spent, 6-7 games? And, and it's the first time the Devils won a home game all year, or at least in the calendar year of 2022, I think.
Really?
I think so. Or am I mistaken?
No. Really? No.
I saw it on
That
Twitter
can't be.
somewhere, but I didn't even verify it. I'll verify it now.
That can't be. A home game in 2022? No, we beat Vancouver 7-2.
Oh. Then people are stupid then.
We beat
'Cause I read it on
Carolina
Twitter
as well. We gave away tickets to that game that they actually won at home. Remember?
It was such
We
a
were the good luck charm.
long time ago. It was such a
was
long
in-
time ago.
That was in January. Yes, they have won some games at home. Okay? Don't be starting rumors, Sam Wu.
Sam Wu, you don't know anything about hockey. You suck. Stop writing. Your writing is terrible. You don't know anything about hockey. And I don't know how to verify, too, when I see something on Twitter when I'm scrolling real fast.
Well, either way, we're debunking rumors and we're talking about big Devils victories over here, ringing those hell's bells, Sam Wu. Even in the ugly jerseys, they somehow came through, beating a very sound St. Louis Blues team, 3-2 today at the Rock, which we know our good friend Beer Baron was actually at the game and ran into St. Louis celebrity, former Blue, former Devil, and former guest of this podcast multiple times, I believe. Cam
He's a
has been
friend of
on
the
this
podcast now.
He
He's
is
a friend
an
of the
absolute
podcast.
friend of the podcast. We got to get a little ID from Cam the Slam as well. But yes, Cam Jansen was on the grounds today, making his way all over the arena. I don't know if you happen to have been there, if you happen to have ran into him, but I know Cam was having a good time on the intermission report there with Erica and Bryce, which you go back and you can't. Remember, we traded Cam Jansen for Bryce Salvador. How in the heck did that actually happen? But it did. It did.
Is that
But
the
Cam
reason
was
why Erica
always...
was doing the interview?
Hey,
No,
Bryce was
I'm
there
kidding.
too.
I'm kidding.
Bryce
Yeah,
was there
I'm
too.
joking. I'm
Cam was
joking.
always one of my personal favorites just because he was a smaller guy. I'm not very tall. And Cam would sit there and I don't know how he would do it. Cam's biggest weapon is he would take, the guys he would take 15 punches to the head, and the refs would just come in and be like, we're going to stop this. And Cam would be like, no, sir, you hang on. I didn't even start yet. And all of a sudden you see whoever he was fighting get really tired. And all of a sudden, Cam would do that thing where he starts shaking his arm up and down, and you'd see that elbow pad go flying out. And then all of a sudden, man, he was throwing roundhouses, and whoever he was fighting was so out of gas at that point. They were just helpless, and saw some good bouts. Of course, the old line brawl there with the Rangers. We're watching highlights of that one. Eric Bolton out there, Cam.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was
I'll tell
good.
you
But
what.
I was always a big fan of Cam.
One thing about Cam, the guy, one of his greatest assets is he's very intense. Like he's always all in. He is all in. And the 2 or 3 times we've had him on this podcast, and I'm talking to him on the phone, I'm intimidated. Like he's like I feel like he's gonna strangle me on the phone as I'm trying to connect him in.
I felt more
like
confident. I felt like Jack Hughes. Like I'm like, all right, I'm out here skating with Cam Jansen now. I feel a lot more confident going on over here. But Cam is he's a good dude, and he's really transitioned well into radio, and he does his podcast, the Cam and Strickland podcast he does, and then he's on St. Louis, sports talk morning shows over there. Getting up, oh man, those morning shows are rough. Those 4 a.m., wake-up calls every day to get there for the 6:30, 6 o'clock, or 7 a.m. start time, whenever you got. Morning shows usually start at 6 a.m., so as someone who's worked in radio my entire career, I know what those shifts can be like. So to transition to that and to transition to, like, full talk, sports talk, not just hockey, but, Cardinals as well, it's a big thing for Cam. So I'm very, very proud of him that he's come this way. He's made a great transition, and I've always been a fan of him. So good seeing him. So anyway, we had a hockey game as well. Now I'm just like here reminiscing. Sam, well, before we go, Sam, you want to say anything else about Cam or a Cam fight that you remember?
That hit on Caberlet, I still think he shouldn't have been suspended. I was there. I was at that game.
It's revenge for Niedermeyer. From all those times ago. But yeah, no. Cam was great. And if you happen to have missed or anything like that, you can go ahead and check out Cam's interview that we did here. We have in our archives, correct?
Yeah, they're somewhere. There's on the internet. Let me Google it right now.
We got a good search process. It's somewhere around the internet. You can I don't know, maybe find it. Well, while Sam Wu looks for that, let's go over the game. Big news is that Nico Dawes was back in. That was actually kind of a shock to me. Thought Gillies would get the start after the 3-game streak there that Dawes was playing on. But, at the same time, they had a day off. So, okay, rested and I guess ready to go. And Nico Dawes back in there. Ty Smith returns to the lineup as well. So we'll have to talk about that because he is the first person who scored in this game. That's right, Ty Smith from Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier, something we like to see. The big names on the score sheet. It happened across all the goals today. But Ty Smith, only his second of the year, but we said first game back after being a healthy scratch for 3. Something that I know myself, Sam Wu, we have both said, like, the turnovers are too much. And maybe Ty needs to sit down for a little bit and, take a little breather.
Trade him out. Just joking. I'm just joking.
I was going to – no, Sam Wu says, wow, Ty, in our little text message, he's like, Ty's looking great. And that's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, trade him. Trade him now. Trade him while he's hot. Trade him. But Ty scored a pretty goal set up by Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt. Did Nico have a 2-point day? Was he in on the last? No, he wasn't. That was Jack had the 2-point day. But Jesper Bratt, his 32nd assist of the year. Nico Hischier is catching up as well. That's his 22nd. Ty Smith, like we said, his second. A nice snapshot, 9:47 into the first. And I will say this about Ty, that I didn't see a lot of the bad decisions that we have been seeing earlier all season long from him in this game. You know, maybe it was good for him to sit down, to rest, and just kind of like look at things from the press box. You know, watch a little Dougie Hamilton, watch a little Gravy Train, Ryan Graves, and see what they're doing, and see maybe some of the decisions that they're making versus some of the decisions that he was making with the puck. But perhaps I missed maybe one or two, but I don't think I saw any of those egregious drop the puck to no one behind our own net and just give up like an A-plus quality scoring chance to the opposing team. Did I miss that today?
I think he had a pretty clean game.
Thank you. Okay, good. Just want to make sure I wasn't on the old crazy train instead of the gravy train. Getting all on the crazy train. Stock is up. Trade him. Here he makes a mean steak as well. So, you know, trade him. That's got to have some value in there. All right. Grill master extraordinaire. That mustache. Bring back the mustache. Ty Smith. That's what I'm saying. But in the first period, that was the only goal to go along. And the Devils played well. I got to say, the Devils played well all game long. And I loved seeing our young lad, Dawson Mercer. I've noticed recently that young Dawson hasn't been skating on the outside of these little, you know, skirmishes that happen at the end of the play and after the whistle, but instead he's kind of been in the middle of them. And today he did as well with now let's face it, you know, Dawson and Torrey Krug aren't going to be considered heavyweights or anything like that, but it's nice to see this young kid actually, you know, standing up for himself in the presence of the, you know, the grown men example. Like everyone's talking about, he played in Sweden. He's played against men and not little boys. So in that sense, you got a lot of men playing here in the NHL. And sometimes when you're a young kid, maybe, you know, it's like, whoa, hang on. Dawson Mercer, to me, has been displaying a little bit more of that confidence, stepping in there and mixing it up, which makes me feel like he's, you know, feeling a lot more at home and a lot more comfortable in his own skin as this rookie out there on the ice with these veteran all-star. Was Torrey Krug ever an all-star? He might have been. I hope so. I'm just throwing that out there. I really can't fact check that one. But a damn good player, okay, in Torrey Krug, coming from Boston, now out there in St. Louis. But Dawson Mercer then struck. He struck Sam Wu on a pretty setup from Jimmy Vesey and Jack Hughes, his 23rd assist of the season. Like to see these point totals piling up for these big names. Paying them a lot of money. Want to see some big point totals as well. And the rest will follow. But these guys, the Heishers, the Hughes, this is who we have to see it from, because this is the core that we're going to be building around. So like to see both Jack and Nico getting things straightened out. And Dawson Mercer put home, that was basically an easy open shot for him. It was all done by Jack Hughes. A nice setup. Dawson puts the wrister home for his 14th of the year in the second period. And we know the troubles the Devils have had in the second period. It's also, as our good friend Bryce Salvador told us during the game, that it's one of the best periods for the St. Louis Blues. So the Devils played really well again, much like they did against the Rangers. You know, no sleepwalking. The Blues are a tough team, you know, make no mistake about it. And they showed it in the third period with Torrey Krug leading the charge. You know, he had an exciting game today. So both Mercer and Krug are able to strike back for their teams, which starts a 2-goal third period for the St. Louis Blues. And as Devils fans, we know, because listen, we've trusted before and we've been hurt. And we've been hurt before, right? So you started to get a little bit nervous with this team, giving up the 2 goals. St. Louis has now got momentum. You know, they're a much more veteran, capable team, perennial playoff team, and all that sort of goodness. You're thinking, oh man, they're gonna they're going to stage a comeback here, and they got some really good opportunities. And Nico Dawes came up with some really big saves, and vice versa. The Devils got some good opportunities as well. This was a game like I really don't feel the Devils played bad. I think they played very well. There wasn't the sleepwalking. I got to look at what were the hits for this? Why is this not updated? I got to update my my app over here. It's not giving me the hit numbers for some reason. I'll have to switch over to the other review. But either way, the Devils played very well against the St. Louis Blues and were able to work this into overtime. They did not blow the lead. They did not surrender. They did not collapse. They were able to withstand the Blues onslaught. Like we said, Nico Dawes played very well. And then in OT, it was Jack Hughes and Pavel Zacha making a very strong play, keeping the puck in the zone, finding Dougie Hamilton, who took his time, and was patient, and then ripped it top shelf past the goaltender for the OT winner, even in those ugly jerseys. The Devils took the victory today. Very happy. 3-2, somehow sweeping the season series over the St. Louis Blues. And by the way, when I think it was Torrey Krug in the third period, right? Didn't he take a penalty in the third period? Oh, man, they cut. Yes, Torrey Krug on Jesper Bratt. Oh, that was a great draw of a penalty by Jesper Bratt there. And it's right with 2 minutes left to go. And, man, they cut to Craig Berube, who was, like, in perfect meme fashion, just, like, shaking his head, like, like, oh, man. Classic. I will say that was great camera work done right over there. But the Devils, man, it won't give me the hit totals over here, but shots on goal for the Devils, 15-8-9, 1 in OT for a total of 33. The Blues, 12-1 in that second period. Not bad. No second period Blues today. See what I did there with the Blues? Yeah.
Pun?
No second period Blues. Hey!
That was very punny.
It's a punny thing over there. And then he's a punny guy. 8 in the third for a total of 21. Only 21 shots on goal for the Blues. 3 stars of the game. Dougie, Dawson, and whatever Blues. Power play. Why am I not getting this? I'm not getting these full numbers over here for some reason.
I'll look up the stats.
I don't know what's going on with this NHL app over here. I'm trying to read the game box score, and it's not.
Let me take over.
Let me try to refresh it one more time. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Devils were 0 for 1. The Devils were 0 for 5 on the power play. The Blues were 0 for 1. Hits 22-13, so the Devils were out hit again by the bigger Blues team. Blocks, the Blues blocked 15 shots. Devils had 9 giveaways, 10 takeaways, which is nice. The Devils only had 8 blocks. So, and the Blues had the advantage in the face-off circle again, pretty decidedly. Here we have it at 55.6% to 44.4%, according to NHL.com. So, good game for the Devils. Nice victory against a tough team back on the home ice, which is we know our boys like to play on the home ice. And I'm excited before they got to head out on the road trip next, right? No. We got a homestand and then the Canadian road trip.
Yeah.
We got a homestand here, and then they had the Canadian road trip after that to Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. So let us know what you think. YouTube Live, Twitter Live, Facebook Live. Like, follow, subscribe, comment away. We really appreciate all of it. Thank you for that. And Sam Wu, you called it. You called a big 3-2 victory for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. I mean, you look pretty comfortable in your assessment over there.
Yes, I think right now a lot of the fans, like DGW732 on YouTube Live, says really encouraged by Dawes' play yet again.
Yeah.
It's a Dawes eat Dawes world. Devil Dawes.
Mm-hmm. The Dawes pound.
Exactly. and Dawes Mania is coming to a city near you. And I think right now he is building confidence. This is exactly what we wanted to see in the last 32 games of the season, a progression. Now you are going to see this puts in the Devils in a very win-win situation with the goaltending, because you have a young goaltender that's blossoming in front of us right now, that's playing a year, maybe 2 years ahead of schedule. He was slated to be in the AHL all season this year, called up as an emergency. He is playing like a number one goaltender. He's keeping the Devils in the games, and he is confident.
More timely saves. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I still think that Tom Fitzgerald should entertain offers or start still looking for a number one goaltender. I don't think he should stop. But Nico Dawes is making his life a little bit tougher on the assessment of the goaltending situation in New Jersey.
Well, on that front, Sam Wu, I think you have to, no matter what, because you cannot be sure about Bernier. We've seen the hip with Corey Schneider. That's not that's not a sure thing. And we know Mackenzie Blackwood's heel it's seriously injured. There's a real problem there. Like, and that sucks for him. But we have to really think as a team is like, I don't think we can be confident that both of those guys can come back next season and play in a 1B or a 1A type of role, however they want to do the splits. Like, I think they 100% need to go out and find other goaltending.
And right now, in my mind, it's Nico Dawes and whoever Tom Fitzgerald brings in via trade, free agency, whether it's at the deadline.
One of John Campbell out of Toronto.
Yeah, so
he's a free agent.
You know what?
Might be an interesting sign.
But it gives Tom Fitzgerald leverage that he's not desperate for a number one goalie, where he would have to pay the price. The Devils would have to pay a big price for it. And seeing Nico Dawes just blossoming right now, I'm not saying he is a Vezina winner, but
are you trying to use all like the spring references now? Is that what you're trying to do?
No. What I want to say,
like a little butterfly.
It's just a coincidence. And
flap your wings, little butterfly. Score those pucks.
I just think right now it makes me feel good about 2025. It makes me feel good that that the pipeline just needs to keep on flowing with goaltending, with defense, and the Devils are going to be just fine. They need goaltending. They still do. That's still one of the priorities. They also still need a big bopper, somebody that can score, finish, a winger.
Yep.
Preferably one that can play a physical game as well. That's I mean, look, watching Tarasenko, I'm not saying the Devils should get him, but he put up multiple points today. He got he helped get the Blues a point today.
Was he on both assists today?
I think he had both assists. I think
Tarasenko, yes, he did. He had a primary and a secondary, and that's 29 for him on the season.
Yeah. So again, the Devils need a big bopper. That's what I'm going to call it. And they're going to need it.
What would look? And today we had Tatar up there with Nico and Jesper Brandt. What would that look like with Nico, Jesper, and Tarasenko? And that's not a knock to Thomas Tatar, who, by the way, is a fabulous follow on the socials and seems like one of the coolest dudes to hang out with on the team. But I don't know if like his production at this would be the same as Tarasenko. I'm
going to reiterate what Chico Resch calls him. He calls him Thomas Tartar on air. I don't know if you've noticed that. Till he starts scoring. Thomas Tartar.
He hustles though.
Listen
Like
to Devil's Hockey
the goals.
Network.
Yeah. Oh yes. Always listen to Chico on the old Devils Hockey Network over there. But Tatar, like you can see the hustle. It's like him and Janssen. Like they're kind of so similar. Like they hustle so much, but for the goals just don't go in for some reason right now. So
yeah.
And we've seen Tatar have the history of it, but we've also, whatever. Tarasenko would be definitely more points in that position right now. So
yeah.
That was something that was
again,
definitely rumored in the offseason.
But I think Tarasenko, there's just too much baggage. Injury prone.
Yeah.
All the shenanigans, but he does put up points. That's what we like. But I prefer somebody else, more of a power forward type. Again, I don't have anybody in mind, but the Brock Ness monster could be. But I don't think he's a big bopper, though. I don't think he's going to score 30 goals a season.
Holtz?
Well, Holtz, you know what? Holtz could be that guy. The problem is the Devils need someone now.
To go where?
Holtz is the future. What's that?
Where are they going? They're not going anywhere. They don't need anybody now.
Shh, I know that.
Oh, right.
It just sounded good. Yeah.
So, I mean, they do because the team is struggling, but in reality, they're, like you said, I hope we don't have to wait till 25. I hope next year is an even bigger improvement. But I really like the way the team is played consistently in these last stretch of games. They haven't won them all, but you see the hustle, you see the work ethic. You don't see a lot of the, just really big gaps in play in the mental game. You know what I mean? Like just like getting frustrated. You can't show that all the time on the ice. You're gonna get exposed. Which we were seeing with Ty Smith. He loses head for a second, and that second in the NHL, someone is by you, and that's it. It's done. So I haven't noticed as much of that today. I've seen what I like to say is like focused. Like they know what they're going for. They're knowing what they're getting, and if they mess it up, whatever, we're just immediately reset. Here we go. There hasn't been a lot of like lingering on mistakes or bad passes. We haven't seen too much of the home run, which is always nice. We've seen the team kind of move the puck up the ice instead of just trying to like sling it down there for the big play. It's worked a couple times, but like we said, it worked when you had someone the caliber of a Nico Hischier like the other night. Who was that against? It was Damon Severson. He threw it from like behind the goal line, and Nico basically received the pass as he was doing like a spin move around the defenseman and then like freed himself up for like a one-on-one with the goalie. Not every player is going to be able to do that, Yeah. So we've talked about it at length about the giveaways on those plays. We haven't seen too much of that. We've seen them to move it up the ice. Maybe that has a lot to do with Dougie Hamilton coming back. Gravy and Hamilton are now reunited again up on that top pairing. We know they were separate for a little bit. And so, things are I don't know, man. I like the way the team is playing. This is more where I expected them to be consistent throughout the season instead of those stretches of just absolute horribleness, that we were going through. This is the way I expected them to play this year all the way through.
Yeah, and something to be said. I'm surprised. I'm wondering if we were all wrong about Lindy Ruff after all. I was surprised that it took him that long to bench Ty Smith, because when Lindy sits down players, somehow they miraculously get the message. And maybe Lindy was patient all along while us little fanboys like myself that was getting impatient and taking it out on the managing partner of the New Jersey Devils, that maybe Lindy is picking and choosing the right moments effectively, not to bench, but to hold them accountable. I think maybe those 2 or 3 games may have shown Ty Smith a different part of the game that he wasn't noticing while he was playing. And let's see if he keeps up with it. Maybe that brings out the best in Ty Smith, where we're gonna say we got to keep him. We got to keep him. We can't trade him now. So you just don't know. But I just think what he's done with Bratt got Bratt to be a top 3 player on the team. After that
top
early
3,
benching,
top 1. He's the best player on the team this year, like bar none. Jesper Bratt is like team all-star.
Well, I
team
know
MVP.
that, but I don't want to exclude Hughes before like all the Woo haters are like, "Why do you hate Jack Hughes?" Blah 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 blah. So
no, just look at the production and everything else. Wherever Jesper has gone, whatever line Jesper Bratt has played on this year has been successful.
Absolutely.
It has. He has been the team MVP this year. We all know Jack and Nico are all-stars. We all know that. But right now on this team, if you're going to look at it, the person having the best year is Jesper Bratt. I mean, he's been phenomenal. And might I say as well, Sam Wu, I was one that said Lindy should have been fired at New Year's when they had that break. I was like, I don't know why Fitzy didn't make the move right then and there. And I will say, Sam Wu, you were the one who said we should not fire Lindy Ruff. You said we should stick with Lindy. I disagreed.
Actually, I got to tell you, I didn't really say it out loud, but I wanted him fired at many times during many games. I just didn't say it out loud. But I did get a lot of flack by saying keeping Lindy Ruff to the end of 2023. Again, I believe that consistency and continuity is what the young kids need right now. They've got a great teacher. As long as Lindy Ruff has not lost the room, loses it goes in one ear, out the other, keep Lindy Ruff to the end of 2023, and let's see what we have, the product on the ice, and then evaluate. I think he's done a pretty good job, all things considering. I know we don't like the excuses, and I don't think Lindy Ruff and the coaching staff like excuses as well. But they kept at it. They didn't give up. Nobody gave up. And now you're beating teams like the Blues. Against the Rangers, it was all goaltending on the Rangers side. Shesterkin made some amazing saves, but
he is probably going to be an MVP trophy candidate at the end of the season. He's been that important to the Rangers.
You know what?
Season so far.
What? It's not. This is not a knock on him, but in 2007, when Brodeur had that amazing year, all the Canadian pundits were like, "No, that's why we have a Vezina trophy. Goalies shouldn't be Hart Trophy winners." You know, it was just kind of like this anti-goalie, sentiment that goalies should not be Hart Trophy candidates at all. So
blah.
Yeah, I strongly disagree. I think goalies should be. It just depends. Like Dominic Hasek,
if they're that important,
was all
Hasek,
the Buffalo Sabres had at one point.
Carey Price win it one year?
I think so. See, that's why I don't like the Canadian pundits. Because they say that about Brodeur because he's a Jersey Devil, and then I believe Carey Price. Did he win the Hart Trophy?
I can't remember. I thought that one year that I know he was definitely in the running that one year, but
maybe in the running.
I can't remember.
Hart Trophy goalie winners. Carey Price.
Okay, I was right. Okay.
And Dominic Hasek, Jose Theodore? No. Hold on a sec. Don't listen to me. I blurt out things without verifying.
Well, we want to say hi to everybody who's watching on Facebook Live and YouTube Live and Twitter Live. Apparently, Wyatt's wife calls him tartar sauce as well. So there you go. So Chico's not the only one. But Michael Viola, that's a VOD song. Mike Rossi, Corbin, Jason,
Barry Price,
Josh, and Lisa, and Chris. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in about this big Devils victory. 3-2 OT. Feeling good? Feeling good, Sam Wu. How about the Taj Lounge 973 experience?
Oh, it's going to be great on Tuesday. On Tuesday night.
Tell me about it.
Because I will be making a public appearance and meeting up with Lil Fireboy on YouTube Live.
All right.
Took a flight
So
out of Nova Scotia to LaGuardia Airport.
Train. He's taking the gravy train from Nova Scotia down to New Jersey. He's going to show up for a little Taj Lounge 973 action with Sam Wu. And there's going to be some game day live going on right there. So if you happen to be going to who are we playing next? We're playing Colorado, right?
Colorado. The Colorado Avalanche.
That'll be a tough game. Good. You know what? I like it. I want these tough games. I want the Devils to be challenged. I want them to have these learning experiences in these games. But Taj Lounge 973 is going to be going off with Vinny Parisi and Sam Wu and Little Fireboy coming down for the game. That's going to be awesome. So if you happen to be going, or even if you just want to go and hang out, if you happen to be in the area, if you work around there, you got to take the train to and from work or something like that. You want to pause and come down, grab a beer, grab some food or something like that. Sam Wu will be there. It's right in the front. When you go in, you're going to go up a little ramp, and then boom, you'll see Sam Wu right to the left there at the bar. It's all over the TV screens. Yep.
Make sure you tip your bartenders. And I'll have my own. Yeah. I'll have my own tip jar as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sam will be making prices, now. If you don't, go ahead.
Gas prices is like now $4.
I don't even want to hear
45 cents. Oh no,
Are you
want to hear
me?
it?
Are you kidding me?
It.
$4. LA hit $4 like 6 months ago. We're like, my gas station out here is like the one around the corner for me is like $6.35.
$4.25.
$4.25. Oh my god! Oh, what I wouldn't give for $4.25.
I'm just goofing around, just like you with the weather. You know, $4.25.
That'll be the next thing in the group
per
text.
Gallon.
I'll send you guys weather reports, and you guys send me gas station prices, and just being like, sucker.
And for all our Canadian friends, it is $8 Canadian for a liter. That's how much it is. And I have no idea what the conversion is. Is it like 4 liters to a gallon, or?
We never told anyone that there would be like facts on this show. All right, we never said anything about that. You know, like
facts?
We never claimed to be credible reporters or anything like that.
No,
that's our
we just
buddy.
read off things on Twitter.
Yeah, no, that's our friend Nick Villano, which you can catch doing the State of the Fan address every Wednesday night here on the Primetime Radio Studios Network. We got Hockey on Tap on Mondays, where our buddy Shorts Guy shows up with the Hockey on Tap crew. You know, we got the big Sunday show tonight. And then, of course, Game Day Live, Devils After Dark, and the Woo Reports, which you'll be getting. Will we get a Woo Report tomorrow, Sam?
Actually, I got to work tomorrow.
So maybe Tuesday.
Next 3 days is going to be dicey. It's going to be dicey.
Okay,
we'll
at
the point right now where the Woo Report goes up at 6 a.m. Eastern. That's the only time I can really fit in. Maybe I should start doing that. Yeah, maybe we should do a little morning skate.
There you go.
A morning skate for your morning drive.
Morning skate. Yeah, there you go. And then you have even more content. If you missed Devils After Dark, you can do this, and then you can get all the updates from the Woo Report right after that. It's like double dose. That's awesome. That's what you want. More New Jersey Hockey Devils content, and that's what we got for you here. A big show tonight, Sunday show. I'm sure Beer Baron will have a review of the game that he was at there today, witnessing live. And then Hockey on Tap Monday. And on Tuesday, Vinny Parisi and Sam Wu will be in person at Taj Lounge 973. If you're going to the game, please go say hi. Get that bucket of beers. Sam likes the catfish. I don't know. That's not, I don't think I would go with catfish if I was looking over the menu. I would go nachos or wings or tacos or something like that. But Sam Wu is a catfish kind of guy. The mac and cheese. Do they have like lobster?
Mac and cheese.
What kind of is it like nice and toasty on the top, like the toasty cheese, where it's like kind of like browned, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. It's almost like fried. It's almost like fried mac and cheese. It's good.
Delicious.
It's good. Oh, by the way, I just want just a little plug here. Give me 1 second. Let me just get the graphics. pucksandpitchforks.com, Nick Villano's site, already has Dougie Hamilton makes presence felt with OT winner. Read all about it. pucksandpitchforks.com. And, just wanted to do a little plug there. I know Nick's going to be – he's going to say, hey, Woo, aren't you going to bust out an article soon? It's trade deadline coming up. We need some material. I'm going to make the case. I'm going to make the case to trade Jesper Bratt. See how you guys feel about that.
There better be some really good returns for it. So, well, let's hit the music, Sam Wu.
Oh yeah. Let me find it. It's on the board somewhere. That's my stall. That's my stall tactic here on Devils After Dark. All right, here we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, thank you again, everybody. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live. Like, subscribe, follow. Please, please, please. We definitely appreciate it. Game Day Live. Taj Lounge 973, Sam Wu and Vinny Parisi. Get down there, say hello, get that bucket of beers, and be kind to your servers. Make sure you tip your bartenders.
Thank you, Randy Spear. 1 liter equals to 0.264 gallons. Also, any thoughts on Miles Wood coming back? I think it's great. We'll explain later.
No need right now.
9 p.m. Eastern.
No need right now.
Till next time, let's go Devils.